For us to become successful traders, we need to understand the roots of our emotions. Because we all know, once we put on a trade, our emotions get into the play and play a bigger role in our decision making. Let's take, for example, fear. Fear in trading is from the uncertainty what will happen next. No one knows what will happen next. Imagine you're worried about losing money in the next trade. Now, picture a scenario where there is a magical fairy appears and tell you that even though you might lose money at first, later on you will make more money. Suddenly, your fear disappears and you're excited about making the profit. This happens because now this imaginary fairy tale gave you certainty about what will happen next. Now in reality, there is no such thing as a magical fairy, but some traders can handle losses without getting scared. As traders, we need to accept the uncertainty. We never know what will happen next. This is part of our job. However, just accepting uncertainty is not enough. We always need to go back, look at our winning trades, look at our losing trades, and ask ourselves, what went good? What went wrong? Journal our trading. Entry point, exit point, take profit, stop loss. Is it according to our rules or not? Also, journal your emotions. How did you feel before taking any trade? How did you feel during the trade? And how did you feel once this trade is closed? By doing these steps, we will build the confidence that we need to become successful traders. Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here. Thank you very much for joining another weekly edition, my top stocks to watch for the coming week. Without any further ado, like, subscribe, share with friends. Let's see the charts. We always need to prepare for both sides. See, for example, we are preparing short continuation below 123. We are expecting some kind of a bounce of this purple trend line, as this purple trend line held the higher lows since May, bounced over here, bounced over here, bounced over here. So we need to prepare for both sides. First, we are waiting for a bounce of this purple trend line, maybe around the 121 area, and then we might take long, but breaking below this area, maybe even below the 123, we will start small size positioning into short, and we will add up once we will get a break to the downside below this area towards 119 and 115 to the downside. X, United States Steel Corporation, we have a gap up over here, middle of August. Since then, basically moving sideways, long continuation above 32.50 towards the 33 and 35.70, but we need to prepare for both sides. We have a gap to the downside at the 31, 2-3 days below the 31, and we will start building our short position, and we will add below the 29.64 to our short position for a full size position towards the 28. Below the 28, we are heading towards this gap over here at the 22.80. And when I say we, I mean Fibonacci Traders Premium Room. If you want to join, you're more than welcome. We have the link in the description below. VERX, Vertex Inc., long continuation above 22 towards 22.50, and then 23, above 23, with high probability we are heading towards, we are heading towards 25 and then 28. MU, if we go back and we check, zoom out, check MU on the weekly, we can clearly see this red trend line holding as a very tough resistance for the lower highs since December of 2021. Each and every time, price reached, got rejected, reached, got rejected, and also here in the past 4 months or so, even here, middle of July, here during end of August, throughout September, each and every time, this red trend line is holding back bulls. Short, once MU will break below this green trend line, we can take short, and then we are heading towards, let's fill here, all these missing levels, below 65 and below this green trend line, we are heading towards 60.4. A close below 16.4, we will add to our short position towards 53. Long continuation only 2 or 3 days above 70, 71 towards the 74. And the daily it looks like this. Always zoom in, zoom out to get a better point of view of price action. Long continuation above 70, 60. As you can clearly see, this area is a very tough resistance. So we are waiting 2-3 days closing above this area, and then we can take long, adding to the long position above 72.30. Short below 67 towards 64. Below 64 we will start adding to our short position. ESTC, same as X, not the same industry, but looks the same. Long continuation above 80.2 towards 86, but we also need to prepare for the short position. We have a strong resistance at 80, multi-top scenario. So for short, I would wait a close below the 67, and then we can see a double top, multi-top scenario towards the 71. And if we are already in short position, breaking below the 71, we will add to the short position towards this gap over here at the 63 area. ACMR, we can also prepare for both sides, long and short. How do we do it? We have trend line, the yellow trend line helps us to identify the higher lows since May. 4 months of an uptrend. We have the 15-20 area, very important level of support. Look here in the past week, look here during end of August. Also, if we look left, during June, July, August of 2022, it was a very important level of support until it broke to the downside. Basically, as we can see, we have almost identical price action. So short, 2 or 3 days below this, 2 or 3 days, because 1 day will not change the overall sentiment with high probability, because the higher time frame is 4 months of an uptrend. So 1 day is not enough. We want to play on the safe side, so we can wait for 2 or even 3 days below this yellow trend line, and then we can take Fibonacci, swing high, swing low to the downside. And as we can see, Fibonacci also gave us this level of support, area of support. And then next will be 14 and 1288. But what will be if this, we can get a bounce like we had here, like we had here, like we had here. So we need to prepare for the long. We have 2 options to go long. 2 days above 16 area towards 1690 and then 18, or wait for a bounce off this yellow trend line and get some kind of a trend reversal, same as we did here. By the way, Z-scalers, yes, is the ticker. We can prepare for both sides. First, we can see that the 160 area is a very tough resistance since June. Tried, failed, tried, failed. This is why I say we need at least 2-3 days closing above a resistance area. Here, went all the way towards 167 and then got rejected. So we have 2 options to go long. First, we can start the long position, small size, initial first position above the 159, 160, and then towards the 167, 168. If we will get 2-3 days above the 168, we can add to our long position, and then we have all the levels to the upside, 180 and then 195. But for now, we can see that the short term, since in the past 2 weeks or so, the trend is down. So we can start short below 148 or even below 144, because the 144 is the 618 Fibonacci level. And also, if we look left, it's a very important level of support and resistance. So maybe wait until we have a close below the 144, and then we have 140, 131 to the downside, and here we have the 136 gap. So this is how I prepare, me and all the rest of the premium members on Discord, Fibonacci Traders Discord, and all of my students. This is exactly how we prepare for both sides. If you want to become your own indicator, take your financial freedom in your own hands, stop following others to tell you where to buy, what to buy, where to sell, including myself, check the links in the description below. Choose your own path for financial freedom. The one-on-one mentorship live with me, or same program but pre-recorded. 6 hours, 49 lessons, both programs. I guarantee lifetime access for support and guidance from me until you will say to yourself, I don't need it anymore. I can do it by my own. CARR, Carrier Global Corporation. What do we see here? Double top scenario of the 16. So on this one, I'm preparing short. Another day below the 5250, and we can take short using Fibonacci levels, ATR as our risk management towards the 5071, below 4850. We will add to the short position towards the 4580. So hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like, subscribe, share with friends. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. We're going live 2 times a day, 8:30 a.m., 12 p.m. Eastern time. Until the opening bell, enjoy the rest of your weekend.